Welcome back. Going to share some breathing together with the Mind Pyramid meditation for today. Now, this one's going to be going around the neck and spine. So we have the first 6 made on the first 6 joints on the right side of our body. And this is the first one that's going to be in the center of our body. So before getting into the breath meditation, I really want to speak a little more to what I said in the last little frame there, when I was talking about like challenging you to really show up and embody yourself. And I want to go further because one of the biggest parts of that is recognizing where our suffering stems from, recognizing our wounds, recognizing, what's really going on for us. And a big part of that is allowing ourselves to become vulnerable, allowing ourselves to go into those tender spaces, allowing ourselves to go into our tears, allowing ourselves to go into our anger in a way that we can allow its expression in a healthy way, so that it doesn't cause any more damage, so that it turns into those tears, and the tears turns into those nurturing, and all of that is like that storm, that like resonant storm creating a great vortex, and that anger is like the externalization of it all. And then the sadness is closer to the inner layers and even closer and closer and closer, and it's all this vortex just around your heart. And your heart somehow has been hurt, and you are stepping away from it instead of feeling the raw, tumultuous, tearing force that it can be sometimes, whether it's just because of simple fear or because of its expectation with work and other things in life. There's so many reasons to want to go away, but I'd love to give you reasons to come back to it, to share that space with yourself, to share it with others, and to be able to open up more and more so as to share this with people you don't even know, so that it does come commonplace to be in a space where we're coming from our hearts. Now, when I say this, some people I've heard in my life, joke around or insult. They'll be like, oh, it's not very unicorn land or whatever, thinking that when we're talking about coming from our hearts, everyone's always happy and fluffy and sounds totally gay. And that's very unrealistic. Coming from your heart is meaning that you have the courage to be in a space of vulnerability. You have the courage to be transparent about what's actually going on for you, and to not attempt to hurt others. Being in your heart, we're not lashing out at others. You don't need to. Being in our heart, we're owning what's real for us. We're not putting on shields to guard us from it. Being in your heart is about sharing that, not just with yourself, but with others. That your pain, your suffering can become a treasure for others, because we're going into that vulnerability. We're going into that darkness with trust, with love. Even though you may not be feeling the joyfulness of that love, the love is still the foundation, and it binds us all together. And so we're teaching each other how to open up to this space so as to become a singular frequency. This is the singularity, that dynamic that I was just sharing in some nuance, is what it means to evolve or to ascend into the 4th dimension, is that we begin to create a spiral energy into the heart singularity. And this dissolves all the boundaries eventually. But we don't have to look at this as an objective formula when we start describing it and giving it this kind of identity trigger, like, oh, it looks like this and this and this and this. Sure, archetypally, it looks like these things, but existentially, it feels like these things, and it will never really ever look like how you imagine it in your mind, because you're imagining something that is archetypally objectified, and that doesn't exist. What does exist is the resonance within you. What does exist is the ease and grace that is developed as we challenge those jagged bits to say, hey, I'm finding a new inner strength. I'm channeling this, right? I'm sure there's more I could have said, and maybe there's even things I could have said better, but I'm really feeling that that is a good part of the message here. So let's go into our breath for today and just make some more space for this kind of internal embodiment and behavior by making space for that with the breath. Okay, so every single one of these is going to be the neck and spine. So neck and spine, and left middle toe on the out breath. begin. Okay. Continuing with the neck and spine, we're going to be going into the resonant wizard, our guiding power. The wizard is going to be our left baby finger. Neck and spine, left baby finger, out breath, begin. Okay. Let's go into the resonant human. Neck and spine, left middle finger, out breath, begin. Okay. Moving to the resonant storm, which is the neck and spine and left baby toe on the out breath. Begin. Okay, and now for the final series of breaths here in the meditation, the resonant wind, which is the neck and spine, and the right middle finger in breath. Begin. Okay. And there it is. We have created our pyramid for today, containing all of these breath energy time signatures around ourselves in our own personal sanctuary, which is also another node of the larger sanctuary. We're breathing around our bodies in this particular wave spell. And as we continue this, we build even larger points in an even greater sanctuary as we start putting the wave spells together to form aspects of an even larger temple, timeship, sanctuary, structure, however you want to see it. So go into this pyramid today and all the aspects that it connects to you and makes sense to you on, and dissolve in a good way. And that's going to sum up our meditation for today. I'm Alea Eternal in Lakesh. I am another you.